Welcome to the third episode I'm putting out on the new construction simulator. This is due to be released on the 20th of September. In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at the US map that comes with the game. Come along with me, MrSealyp. So, as I said I was going to do for our third foray into the new construction simulator, which releases on Tuesday, the 20th of September. We're going to be looking at the US map, the American map. This is called Sunnyhaven. The German town is called Friedenberg. So that's what we're going to be doing. If we look at the... We've got MrSealyp US. I know it says MrSealyp us. But anyway, this is our house. This is where we're starting. No storm or anything this time round. Looks like we're already going to start. Is that a Mac? Looks like it. Let's go and talk to him and see what's happening. I just wanted to have a look around, have a look at the American map. If we check on the overview of the map. Now, episodes 1 and 2, we had a look, or I had a look at the gameplay, the graphics, some of the setting options. I worked through a few contracts until we got to a point where we were kind of self-sufficient in that we didn't have to necessarily follow the full guidelines. We were at a point where we could pick our contracts and things like that. So I'm not necessarily going to be explaining all the menus and stuff in this one. We'll have just a bounce around through the menus and see what we're going to be doing. It's a fairly big map. Harbour. I know on this one, well, I say on this one, I think it might be on the European one as well. There's bridge building and all sorts of stuff. I think this one's got a Ferris wheel construction, but we shall see.
Good to see you again. Your active help is most welcome. I'm having a tough time keeping up with all the work. Do you know how many people around here are frustrated and thinking of moving away? If things keep going like that, this place could become a ghost town. To make matters worse, the water supply broke down this morning. It seems there's a crack in the pipeline. So if you want to help give people here another chance, let's fix the water line first. Get in your tractor and go to the local building supply store. You'll find a new pipe section there, ready for pickup. Just follow the navigation to get there. In the meantime, I'll head to the pipeline and take a closer look at the damage.
So, there's our tractor unit. So straight off the bat, I think these both have completely different storylines, gameplay experiences. So rather than having the MAN, we have got a Mac. It's nice. I assume we're going to go and pick up a trailer unit. Now, if you didn't watch the first two, what I would suggest, I found a few times, the lines on the road, if you've got them activated, there are setting options for turning off all the prompts and things like that. For some reason, they didn't always take me the right direction, so it doesn't hurt to check the map. We sort of take a left turn, follow it up, follow the road up, then we take a left again, and then to the right. We should be okay with that, he says. Let's turn the camera a little bit. It's nice, isn't it? Did get caught out a couple of times. Change the camera angle. It's a little bit trickier because of having to change the camera. As well as drive, but you kind of get used to the controls. Already it has a very different feel. I mean, you're just looking off into the distance, you've got that sort of more arid ground look to it around the hillsides. The buildings themselves are more American style. They would need to be. Oh yeah, looks like we've got a trailer to collect. Swing around, check that way and that way. Let's go. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Camera does swing round when you reverse anyway. At least it normally does. It might be right there. Let's back up to get the fifth wheel engaged. And we're on. Okay, bulk trailer. So again, if you watched the previous ones, we've got options here with right on the D-pad. We can bounce through the coupling, vehicle trailers. Oh, okay. Can be lowered. Context menu. Okay, context menu to secure the machine. I did say that on the previous one. Whether or not that would be the case, you can strap down vehicles, cargo trailer options, tractor with crane, which we don't have at the moment, bring it into position for loading, that kind of stuff. Okay, the cranes will work pretty much the same as did using the power finger. So what we've got to do now, come to the pipeline, we have to install the new connecting line here, dispose of the old one. Pulling a tractor trailer takes some practice, I'm sure it does. Out and left, and then out to the road. Countryside east, that's where we're heading. It's a long trailer, give myself plenty of room for turning. Hopefully. Probably has rear steer actually, a lot of these, yeah, look at the amount of sets of wheels in there. Wow, yeah, rear steer on the back axles. That's cool. So we're off up here. I won't go too far with it, to be fair. Looks like we've got a crane to extend. We are in position. There's the crack pipe. I assume we've got to take that out first. Nice. Let's hop out. Got a slightly different look for this time. We've gone sort of, I've gone, well, not white, but we got red and blue, so almost red, white and blue. So crane first. Let's run over because Happe always wants us in a timely fashion to get these things done. Mobile crane, function mode, context menu. We'll have the help menu open with this anyway. Raise and lower the boom. Should be able to rotate as well. Yep. Concrete bucket, we haven't got to worry about that. We can always check that. So, I think we can probably do it from here. Go into here, go up to that, change mode. Should put the legs out. There we go. Supports out. We open that. We can get our control menu open. If we want to, it's down on the left D-pad. Hold it, and it will come up. It does say one of two. If I hold it down again, it will switch over to the second one. Attach and detach hook. Rotate hook. Let's go back to the first one. Right, let's just move our camera angle, shall we? I'm going to zoom out a little bit now. So, crane up. Rotate. Extend. Oh, that's up and down on that. How do I... Oh, there we go. It's just a little bit slow to get going. We do also have, what's it called? Skill points. And skill points you can activate. When you level up, you get a new skill point. One of those is you can speed up cranes. So things like that, if you're finding it slow to get going... Let me just go that way a little bit, don't we? Let's go up and across a bit. There we go. Hook that up. Let's raise it up out of the way. Where have we got to put it? Load oh, it's a loading area of the trailer. Right, I found when I was doing the jobs on the first two contracts, loading area of... Swing that round. Oh, so one side's for... So I need to put it on the other side. Okay, that's fair enough. Let's swing around so we can see that a little bit easier. We need to extend out further, I think. change our camera angle. I'm way off. Yeah, I was saying, I found with the big tower crane, if you're a bit more gentle with it, you don't get as much swing. Saying that, right, circle and left stick, so I can rotate it a little bit. Just drop it down into place. That's not bad. Happy with that. Move that across. Swip that one up. Ooh. Let's bring that back. Change camera angle again. Actually, I'm quite happy with that. Slow that down. Now, as I showed on the previous ones I've used, when I used the tower crane and the excavator and things like that, if we open up that menu, we can change our camera. So we can go to interior if we want to, so you can do it from inside the crane. If you'd rather a more immersive feel to it. Judging distance is a little bit trickier. I think I'm almost in place, but I think I might just come back towards me a bit, I think. Which means retracting that. There we go. Now drop it down. Actually, it wasn't too bad either. We're in. Apparently, I'm a natural. Yeah, so I'll put the camera back. Let's go do that. And go back to exterior. So I can pack this away, I guess. I can pack it away manually, or I can do it automatically if I wish. What we will do is... Which way was it? That way? No. Zoom back in a bit. There we go. Bring that down. Into the cradle, and then if I go from that to that, we're done. Okay. So I guess we've got to take this now somewhere. Let's close that menu off. See where we've got to go. Let's see what else we can explore. Disposed of the damaged pipe. Where are we going for that? Straight back out. Right then left down to the end of the road. Right, swing nice and wide again. I can go in cab as well on the lorry if I want to. Again, if you want to go for an immersive experience, I do this when I play Farming Simulator as well. I like to see the vehicles. It depends how you play the game. We'd also have, if you're new to watching this, if you just wanted to see the US one and see what was available, let's turn that off a second. We can, if we go into here, we can go to lights. We can put our beacons on. We can have our hazard lights, if you call them blinkers, whatever you want to call them, wherever you're from. I do think as well, looking at that, let's turn those off. We'll leave those on. Looks like, oh no, that's uncoupled. We don't want to uncouple, so that's already coupled. Let's go. So let's swing the camera around a little bit. Bit dusty. Don't want to go too far. It's got a curb coming up. We don't want to lose anything off of here. Don't think there's any traffic coming. God, there's quite a bump there. Camera does bounce around a little bit every now and again. Swing the camera. Whoa, swing the camera. Right down to the very end. Okay. I found traffic goes quite slowly as well. I mean, I'm say speed limits. We're on kilometres per hour at the moment, not on miles per hour. Although I did set it on the. I just haven't gone into the settings. Yeah, on my other one, on the German map that I've already done a couple of episodes on, it was set on miles per hour. But the traffic only goes about 20. It's actually quite slow, especially if you're in a hurry because you've been told to get a move on. I don't know if I'm going to unload this or whether or not we'll just be able to leave it and leave it and go. Looks like he's there, waiting. I do like the fact as well, I don't know if you can see, but the crack in the pipe, you can actually see the trailer through it. Again, there's no reason why you wouldn't be able to, of course, but it's those little details. It's very well done. We might have to use the building yard discovered. Lovely. Let's hop out, speak to the boss.
I'm relieved. Thanks to your quick action replacing that broken piece, the water supply is repaired and back on. Good job. Since we're finished here, maybe you could give me a hand with something else. Old Joe owns a rundown motel on the outskirts of town. I've been promising him for a while that I would do some renovations on the place. Be a good fella and drive the flatbed truck over there. I'll follow behind and tell you what needs to be done.
Oh, old Joe's Motel. So let's have, yeah, that went a little bit weird. I think it's just doing 2 or 3 things at the same time. So we've got a cat this time. We've got the power finger crane on the back. Let's hop in. Actually, I found horn. Ah. Just pressed L3. That got rid of that instruction thing quite quickly. Why is it bouncing me over there? That's weird. Right, so we'll check the map just to make absolutely certain. Straight along, bung a left. Okay, let's go to the motel. Now, I think it's one of those things that you've got to open up more contracts to get more of the map open. Yes. I like the fact it is all very different. I was hoping it would be. At least it kind of gives you an idea, a feel for what's going on. Now, I said this in the previous 2. This is by no way a tutorial per se. I'm not on here to necessarily teach anyone how to play it. I'm on here just to say, look, this is the game. This is what it looks like. These are some of the controls while I'm doing it. When I first turned it on to do the first look at this, the first episode, that was literally the first time I'd put it on. I was just going on, having a look. What does it all do? How does it all work? I personally feel... Okay, 2 cars within one. That was interesting. I personally feel it's easier to get into and easier to get the hang of the controls than the last version I played, which was Construction Simulator 3. That was on the PS4. And I definitely think the graphics are better. I think the handling of it's better. There are a few little bits here and there. Oh, we've got a roller. I know they're not called steam rollers anymore, but that's always been... said this when I played the game last time. As a kid, it was a steamroller. I know, I think I said that and I got clobbered. I know they don't run on steam, but you know what I mean. Compactor, is that what they're called now?
Old Joe wants us to pretty up his forecourt a little. I don't foresee any big problems. Joe's also been after a new sign on the motel roof for a while now. Something that travelers can see clearly from the highway. As it happens, there's a hotel in town that's about to be torn down. That sly fox Joe picked up the neon sign letters cheap, and a crane operator on the construction site opposite owes me a favor. Drive by there later to pick up the letters. But first, let's take care of the forecourt. I have a roller ready for you, so get in and start compacting.
You got it, boss. Okay, so every time we get into a new vehicle, normally we get options come up for the vehicle and how it works, but I would imagine with this it's just as simple as just forward and backwards, isn't it? I don't really foresee any other issues. We can open up that menu. Yeah, steering, switch camera distance, there's nothing else, no function other than that. All of the other jobs I've done to this point have been fairly quick. Within reason, obviously, but yeah, that's definitely not moving at all. Is that so really obvious I'm missing? Right, let's try the context menu in case I need to turn this on. There we go, compacting on or off. Always good idea to check. So it's got a bash plate built in. We're already at 6%. So whilst it didn't have that option to the top right, it didn't say that you needed to do that. Context menu, there we go. Always learning. So we'll do as well. Let's go to that. Let's change camera. Let's go to interior. And have a go like that as well. Doesn't hurt to try each thing in the different options we've got. Should turn it off now. There we go. Should really. Oh no, that's, you can't actually look behind you. You can't swing all the way around, so reversing is a bit of an issue. Actually, to be fair, we are going to have to do a fair bit of this to get to 100%. When I first started, I didn't think it would, but actually, we're there. Right, what we'll do though is we'll turn that off. And we'll hop out. Excellent, that's that done. Flatbed. Now where are we off to? Monument Hotel, get the letters so we can remount them here. It's going to be fun apparently. Okay, we've got quite a drive now. Whoa, hang on. Tower crane. Is that right? That's where it's saying I've got to go. That is quite the drive. Cool. Get to see some more of the landscape. Zoom out a little bit. Let's follow the sat-nav. A few people on the first couple of videos posted comments saying about the game, and because I'm playing on console, I'm playing on PlayStation 5, not on PC. The PC codes went out last week. Console codes came out the end of, well, just before the weekend. I was sent a North American code first, so I had to go back and say, look, could you send me a European code? So I only got that Saturday. That's why my reviewing of it, playing of it, is so close to the release date. I know a lot of people have done some PC stuff on it already. And people have said they were thinking about getting it, they weren't sure, and you know, what do I think of it? I'm really enjoying it. I'm not going to lie. I think one of the big differences, the same as this and SnowRunner and games like that, unlike Farming Simulator, where when I'm playing the game, if there's a lot of prep work that needs to be done between episodes, it might be that I start off a harvest on a big field and I have to do quite a while to get that done before I can move on to the next task. The thing with a game like this, you can pick it up and play it, pick up and go, pick up and do the next job. Unless you want to complete something or complete a few jobs before you do your next episode, it's very easy to pick up and just get straight on with. And I like that. What I would say, as you just saw, is if at any point you get stuck, the help menu, if you look top right, if I do that, that comes up with manual for various different machines and bits of equipment to find out what you're going to do. We've got your settings menus in here. You've got your menu there. That's by pressing square, which brings that open. So if it hasn't given you an option, if I go down the D-pad and hold that, it gives you your control options for whichever vehicle you're in, which also includes for on foot. So if it doesn't come up there on the control options, then pressing square, that's the menu to look at. And in that wheel, it will show you, or it should show you, what you potentially need to be doing if you're uncertain. Well, these lights are taking a while. That is the only downside I found on the other map as well. The lights take quite a while. Now that could well be representative of real life, of course it could, but I think it's the sort of thing people might get a bit frustrated if they're having to sit and wait for long periods of time at lights. I can't remember, I haven't done the settings actually on this one. Like I said, I did on the German map because it's a different save game. I haven't on this one yet, but you can set your traffic violations on or off, so things like speeding fines and that kind of thing. If you turn that off, you can just go through red lights if you want to. I guess it comes down to what you want to do. Wow, look at that. So we said about wanting to have a look at the US map. That's cool. That's an incredible vista. We've got quite a way to go, but that's brilliant. See what I mean about the traffic? It is quite slow. I get to a point, I probably shouldn't be overtaken at this point. We've got a bit of room in the road. If I stick to the middle, something comes the other way, we might be all right. There we go. Let's get cracking. I have to say, of the two so far, I'm really liking the American map. I know I've only just started on it, but I have to say, visually, it's stunning. It's really nice. Now, someone did ask and comment and say they hope the jobs don't get too repetitive. I can't speak to that at the moment. I've only just started really having a go and playing through. I would imagine on certain jobs there are going to be things that are going to feel repetitive if you've got to go and get loads of things, if you've got to load pallets on and off and that kind of thing. But I guess it's how you go about it, whether you're using cranes or forklift trucks and things like that. It will give you various different options. Wow, this is pretty cool. So I guess we're going to use that crane. Let's zoom in a bit. There we go. Under the bridge. Oh, red lights. Do I need to stop there? I don't want to get clobbered with speed. Shall I see what happens if I do go through a red light? Am I going to get fined? Like I said, I can't remember if I've got it set on this one. I don't think I have. There's no traffic coming. No harm. Excellent. Get to use a tower crane again. Awesome. Oh, there you go. There's the Monument Hotel. So if we've got to take... I'm sure it's not individual letters. I guess we're going to find out, aren't we? It is. I think we're only taking certain letters though. Let's open that up. So, let's move our camera angle. That tutorial thing is frustrating me. Okay, well let's just get that down first. We'll go to the far end first. Do that and swing it. You can change the camera angle and come further above. It depends how you want to look at it. We want to go that way. And that way. And then we'll go down. Till we get green. There we go. All 5 letters. I guess we're just gonna... Oh no, we'll see what we get. Probably have to rotate these as well, would think. Okay, let's try that. Circle and left stick to rotate it. I guess that's what we need to do. And let's drop this down. Let's change the camera angle a little bit. Well, that didn't work. There we go. Brilliant. Oh, it wants us to put it on that way. Oh. Okay, I wouldn't have thought it would. Fair enough. Now, I'll see you in a minute because obviously I've got to do 5. It's going to take a little while. Let's get that out. Oh, we are going to go for... Yeah, just Motel. Oh, got a bit of swing. That's a slight drawback. I thought I would do some in-cab between now and the next bit. The problem is, because you can't see any further down, normally, I say normally, you would have a person on the ground guiding you as well. I know they do have various different, they do have cameras, they have various different things on various different cranes. I suppose it depends on how modern they are. But at this point now, I can't see once it goes out of sight just there. So, I guess... Yeah, I would have to switch back to outside. To be able to do that just right, I guess. Don't know where it's going to want me to put this one, so... I just thought I'd come back and say that, only because I was trying to do it and saying, oh, okay, that's interesting, I can't really see. And with that, we're done. Ah, the Monument H. Lovely place to stay. Right, let's get these back. I assume we're going to have to get them on the roof at the other end, aren't we? Follow the markers to reach our destination. I'm going to check the map again, just in case. We've just got to do a route round, just do a loop and then back across and back up to where we're going. So kind of a reverse of what we've just done. I assume these are just strapped down, are they? Right, we did this before on the previous one of the previous episodes. If you've been to a place before, you can fast travel if you don't want to do the drive yourself. This would take me on a loop round. I kind of don't mind them at the moment because part of, well, like I said on the way down, part of doing this was looking at the American map and seeing what's about, as well as doing some different jobs with some different machinery. I almost feel like taking a massive detour and just going off down to the harbour and stuff like that, but maybe we can do that as a... I mean, I haven't really done a map tour. I didn't do an American one. I am also thinking now, I did 2 episodes on the German map. I think I'm more inclined to play on this one for a more extended period. I can't explain why, just am. What we can do now though, from here, we're just going to do a reverse of the route. So if we just go up to there, because we've been there before, as soon as you click on it, it says fast travel, keep my finger on triangle, and it will send us off there. Happy days! And here we are. Deliver letters. We are here. Oh, I'm supposed to drive in there, okay. This may well just be, we've got to deliver them. It might not be, because there's not really a crane we can use, is there? I'm not sure the power finger on the back of this will have enough of a reach. It might just be good enough for us to deliver, I suppose. So straighten up, just in case I do need to. That's weird, it's not swinging the camera around now. Oh yeah, function mode. Looks like we are going to have to. So go up to that, change mode. We're going to be using the crane. Change the camera angle to about there, I guess, for the time being. Unlike taking them down, this one's going to require us to be a little bit more specific about which one we do in what order. Not that it matters too much, but... See what we'll do, I think we'll to rotate it around, do we? Rotate it around. There we go. Well, it's got more reach on it. That's got quite the reach. Let's just change the camera angle again. I really do. I'm sure people have already will have already commented. That will disappear after a while, I would hope. We'll rotate it. And we won't. Let's rotate it. Come on. Let's call up. Probably doesn't need rotating, but one down. Okay, that's gone now. Is that welding? Oh, I was going to say, it looked like welding detail on the back of the M. So that's pretty cool. as I did with taking them off the building, the rest of them I will do off camera. Just for my sanity and your own, I guess. You get the idea of what we're doing. And there we are. It now says clear the construction site. So we'll get ourselves out of the way. Not quite sure. Am I supposed to park across the road, or do I need to talk to the boss? You can bet your life I need to go back the other way, but it's alright. Let's get off the road and stop there. That's looking good.
Old Joe won't believe his eyes. The entryway looks better than when this place opened 30 years ago. You did an excellent job. Even the recycled neon signs are working perfectly. You can finally see the motel from the highway. I'm sure it will start attracting tourists again. Do you have another minute you can spare? Then let's meet at the old gas station in town. Someone else there needs our help.
Okay, that's that bit done. Got a few little quirky bits graphic wise every now and again. Nothing too major, but okay, that's done. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to head to where I've been asked to go to, which is just there. No, that's where we are now. That's where we want to go to. I should have put a space between that, shouldn't I? MrSealyp US. And it is back. Oh no, a bottomless pit. Oh, okay, they're going to need a tank put in, aren't they? So we'll head there. I don't know if we'll get onto that. I'm just thinking time-wise, again for the video. What I didn't do on one of the previous episodes, I did show, but I didn't actually do it, is that if we go into this menu, go to appearance, we can remove the various different items that we've got installed, whatever they may be. Somewhere an eye makeup, isn't it? Or an eyeshadow. Oh, you can jump as well. I didn't even show that on the first one. You can run, but you can jump as well. I'm not sure at what point you would need to, but you can run and jump. Let's zoom out a little bit. So what I'm going to do is, so again, if you wanted to go fully immersive, you know, you could take off your glasses and take off your hard hat when you get into your vehicle. When you come onto site, you could put it on. You know, it's entirely up to you how you go about it. But it is an option to chop and change and move things around as you wish. I haven't come across any collectibles yet. On the German one, I actually had... Oh, where are we on the map? Oh, okay. So that's where you have a problem. I'm going that way. Because I'm pointing that way, it's showing me to go a route all the way around there to come all the way back down to there rather than just turn around. That's why it gets confusing sometimes when you follow a route and think, hold on a minute, I'm nowhere near where I'm supposed to be. Turning circles not fantastic on this, but we'll head out there and let's see what it's wanting. Can I overtake him quickly before I need to turn? Oh, yeah. Oh, police department, probably not the best place to do that. So I think on this one it's going to take a few more contracts before you get to a point where you get your own construction company. If it's anything like the German map, he'll offer you his because he wants to retire. If it turns, it might be a slightly different story. The one thing I would say is that we've gone from the German one to the American map. And this is just a tiny thing, it's just a personal thing. I would have liked it if the main character that's guiding you through this was a different person, a different character. It's just a small thing. With maybe a sort of slightly different storyline as to why you've got involved, kind of thing. I don't know. But that is, I mean, it's a minor thing, but just something that crossed my mind. I think I might have taken a little bit of a hit when I went through the red lights before, because before my money went up to 50,000, I thought it had dipped a little bit, but I might have imagined that. I think it's because if I was watching something else, you might have noticed more than I did. Let's go through the lights and see what happens. I don't know if it came up saying I've been fined or anything, but I just didn't notice it. It looks like we're going to have to move some buckets of earth, I would imagine. Where have we got a park? Gas station discovered. Like it was secretly hidden. Okay. Oh, so we've got to take the old tank out, put a new tank in. We're going to be using the crane arm to take it in and out. And then fill the hole, I would imagine. Fairly straightforward. Well, that's an assumption, of course, but...
This gas station, owned by Pete and his wife Helena, has been losing money for some time. But now that more tourists are stopping here off the highway, they want us to build a new tank. The old tank is already waiting for you to lift it out of its pit. I also got a backhoe loader for you, so you can refill the pit when the new tank is installed. Then put some concrete on top and you're done. Piece of cake, right?
Oh, concreting. I think what I'll do is we'll take the old tank out, put the new tank in. We might get some earth in. We'll leave the concreting for the next episode, I think, because that's something new that I won't have done before. I'm just thinking time-wise, I don't know if I have time to do it all now before the end of the episode. So what we'll do, what time is it? 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Crane should reach that far. We should be all right. So go to that, go to that, go to that. Where do you want it? Out there, maybe. I assume we've got to put it on the flatbed of the lorry. I assume so. It's not showing me, I better check actually. It's not showing me somewhere else it wants it put down, is it? No, I assume it's on the back of the lorry. Yep, there we go. So we'll rotate it a little bit. Let's drop it down. Sorted. Excellent. What we'll do is reset. Nope. Drive mode. And get out. Backhoe. Now, where am I? Oh, do I have to use the backhoe, not the... No, I'll use the front bucket. It'd be easier, wouldn't it? Hmm. %36%. One more should do it. Well, that was impressive. Excellent. Right, let's drive this out of the way. Drive to vehicle dealer. In this? Really? Okay, we'll drive there in this and see what it wants us to do. If it's not, don't want to refuel or repair at the moment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my beacon. I'll look both ways for traffic. Let's go. Yeah, I just ran a red light, sorry. So if I'm supposed to be collecting concrete in this, or whether I'm supposed to be dropping off the other thing, but we'll get there and we'll find out. And like I say, we'll do concrete in the next one, because I do intend to do another episode, at least another episode. I don't know whether this is going to be one I'm going to do a series on, or whether I'm going to play just my own pleasure. because it is something I'm actually enjoying. There we go, we've got a collectible. Sorry, I know it seems a bit random. Jump. That's a good reason for jumping. That and you want to be happy. Oh, okay. Take a seat in the concrete mixer. I've got it ready for you. We need concrete from the gravel plant to close the pit at the gas station. Right. That's where I'm going to leave this one. We are going to get on with that in the next episode. So we're going to get to use a new piece of machinery and equipment in the next episode. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed looking at the US map. Not in huge detail, but we've certainly got an idea of the map, what it looks like. But it looks like we're going to get to use that next. If you have enjoyed it, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.